Morning, everybody. It is 8:44 on this Wednesday morning, the 18th of September, and today is FOMC Day. We do have a couple of economic numbers that came out already this morning. I'll get to those in a second, but clearly the market is, on edge and just sitting here waiting to find out whether we're 50 or 25 basis point high cut in the interest rates, and I'm not sure it makes a difference other than what the market has already, kind of built in. Okay, so Asia slightly higher, Europe slightly lower. The numbers that came out early this morning, we had mortgage apps. They always come out at, like 7 o'clock, so they really don't have much of a action. They don't generate much action regardless. But mortgage applications were up 14.2%. And that's another big increase from last week. The refi department of that was 24%, and the new buyer applications were up 5%. So pretty decent numbers. As far as housing starts, they came in a little hot, as did permits. Starts came in at 1,360,000 versus an estimate of 1,310,000, and permits 1,480,000 versus 1,410,000 estimate. The futures, which, as I said, really weren't doing much, at 829 before those numbers came out, the Dow was up 40. It's currently up about 62, so really nothing. NASDAQ was up 26, now up 36. S&P was up 5, now up 9. So, really not much going on. As you can see, the chart on the screen is the long bond, and this is the weekly. We are at the lows of the week after being a little higher. This area in here is a fair amount of resistance. This is about the 127, 128 area. The high for last week was 127 and 14/32, so 127 and a half. We were a little bit higher this week at 127.22. Let's look at the daily and see if it's any more revealing. We topped out yesterday, as I said, at that 127.22, and then closed on the low. This morning we are lower, and as you can see, where the 5-day is kind of rolling over to the downside. It doesn't mean that it's going to cross. I mean, we had a little bit of a sell-off here versus these highs, and we did get right down to the 5 and the 20 meeting, but the 5 took off back to the upside, so there's no guarantee that we're going to see anything that really breaks that. And so we'll just have to wait and see. Grains are slightly higher. The oil is down 67 cents. Heating oil down less than half a penny. Gasoline continues lower, down almost 2 cents. You have to remember that the Biden-Harris administration is still pumping gasoline out of the SPR into the marketplace, and so that's going to keep it low. They're just trying to buy votes any way that they can. Nat gas is back up 3 cents, almost 4 cents. This one has really been all over the place. We're long, slightly profitable. And this is the daily. I think, we have this bottom, slightly lower bottom, slightly lower bottom, and we have this consolidation in here. We did get back over some of my numbers here. I think the number I was working off was 241 and change. We got up to 243.60 yesterday before turning back down, but no follow through this morning. This morning's low is 230 spot 30, which is right here at the support where it just broke out from, where it's consolidated. The MACD has turned up. The 5 and 20 are positive. The only thing that's standing in the way here is at just under 240. We have the 100-day MA. A look at the weekly, give you a little bit better perspective. We really are trying to bottom here and turn up. I doubt we're going to get back through 260 to 280, but that would still be a nice gain for us. Let's see what else we have here. Gold up $10, silver down 4 cents, copper with the stronger housing start numbers up about 2 cents. We have the cotton, which has been all over the place, down 76 cents. It was up $3 on Monday. So this is kind of a normal pullback. Coffee down about 4. Sugar up 54 cents, which is 2.5%. That's a pretty decent move. Cocoa continues higher, as does the lumber, still locked into that 500 area, and OJ up another $4. Uh, Dow transports are higher. Let me just see if I can get you an up to the date um, markets here. Dow futures up 56. That's 0.13%. So really nothing. The S&P's up 8.5, and the Nasdaq is up 48. So pretty much everything stayed in line. All right, 2 o'clock for the meeting and 2:30 for the press conference, and I'll be sitting on the edge of my seat.